Hi guys, welcome back. For today's workout, I filmed my glute training from this past week, so this is a heavily glute focused workout. If you're trying to build your glutes in the gym, this is a perfect workout for that, so let's get right on in. First up, I'm doing dead stop barbell hip thrust. This means I'm going to bring that weight all the way down to the floor to a complete stop between each rep. This is a really great variation to do when you are trying to increase your strength with your hip thrust through its full range and basically go full beast mode with them. Now with dead stops, since my main goal is strength, I am keeping the reps low. So here I do 3 sets of 5, and this is my first week of my new phase. So I was being a little conservative with my numbers just to give me some room to progress in the upcoming weeks. Also, do not forget to do some warm-up sets first before getting into your 3 sets of 5. Just a couple low rep gradual building sets to get you closer to your working weight. Then to get in a bit more volume with the thrust, I threw in 2 sets of B stance hip thrusts for 10 reps per side. With the B stance, you want to align your non-working heel with the front of your planted working foot. So if you look at that clip there, you can see what I'm talking about with my feet positioning. So the planted working foot would be the working side, and you should feel around 70% of the load on that side. So although this isn't a true single side exercise, because of that assistance we are getting from the non-working side, it is still a great variation to work on evening out strength and muscular imbalances with greater loads. Something you may notice is when you perform a single side exercise with any muscle group really, you may feel one side is stronger or feels better throughout the movement than the other, and having that one side that is stronger than the other or having muscle imbalances somewhere is normal, and most people have them to some extent. So incorporating B stance or single side exercises is something that everyone can benefit from in their training when it comes to improving your strength, improving your overall performance, and evening out any of those muscle imbalances that you may see. I then moved on to glute bias trap bar or hex bar Romanian deadlifts. If you don't have this bar in your gym, you can use a barbell. I've just been enjoying the trap bar lately, and I like how the load distribution feels for these, so that's what I'm doing, but you can just use a barbell if that's all you got. Now, these are glute bias RDLs, so that means my main goal is to get my glutes as stretched as possible. In order to achieve this, I am going to allow for a bit more knee bend as I move down with the weight. This will limit my hamstrings a bit while allowing me to drive my hips as far back as possible to achieve my maximal glute stretch at the bottom of the movement where your glutes are under the greatest amount of tension in this exercise. Since I am able to go lower with a glute bias form, I do stand on a bumper plate to allow me that extra range of motion I need, but not everyone will need to stand on something. For these, I am doing 4 sets of 6 to 8 reps with a goal of increasing the weight each set if possible while staying in that 6 to 8 rep range. You can cut this back to 3 sets if that's a more suitable volume for you. I will do 3 or 4 depending how I feel in my performance, but this day I felt really good, so I went out and did all 4. Next up was leg press with my feet high to again prioritize my glutes. And so with this position, I am able to keep my shins more vertical at the bottom of the movement to limit my quads and get as much lengthening as possible in my glutes. So for these, I am aiming for 8 to 10 reps, increasing the weight each set. And I did end up getting 10 on all my sets, and you'll see my face at the end on my last set, how surprised I was because I was only expecting to get 8, but you just want to increase the weight each set if you can while keeping you in or around that 8 to 10 rep range. So you want your first set to land you more so around the 10 rep mark. That way you have room to increase the load, and then based off how easy or hard those 10 reps felt will then give you an idea of how big or small of a jump you can handle for your next set. And then after your second set, again, depending whether you're closer to the 10 reps or closer to 8 reps, will let you know if you need to keep the weight the same or increase. Just try to keep your weight loads around that 8 to 10 ballpark. I then moved on to some cable higher rep work to finish off this glute session, first starting off with 1.25 rep glute kickbacks, and I do like to stand my non-working foot on a plate to keep my working foot from snagging the ground as I move through the reps. So when doing kickbacks, it is not a competition to see how far back and up you can kick your leg. Please make sure when you do these that you are only coming up to the point to where your glutes are fully shortened at the top. Once you surpass that point, you will begin to hyperextend your low back, and that is when all the discomfort kicks in. So once you reach the top of your rep, come down 1/4 of the way and then bring that leg back up to the top, and that is 1 rep. This extra quarter is being implemented where your glutes are under the greatest amount of tension in this movement. There are a handful of kickback variations that you can do, and this is one of them that I love just to mix it up from time to time when I want something new and challenging. So for these, you will do 10 reps of the 1.25 on each side for 3 sets total. And once you finish those, you will do standing abductions for 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. You could superset these with your kickbacks if you wanted, but I just keep them separate. I find having that non-working foot in front or behind the cable personal preference, since you are just kicking directly out to the side in line with your body, but I personally do prefer to keep that foot behind the cable, so just get yourself situated and do what feels best and natural to you. I like to have a very slight bend in my knee, just out of lockout, and then I'll lock my leg in that position for the entirety of the set. So you want to maintain that upright position and use the cable to help you brace. And once you finish those 3 sets, that is a wrap on this glute focused workout. This workout is brutal on the glutes, but of course in the best way possible. So if you give it a try, let me know how it goes in the comments below or on my Instagram. If you're looking for more structured training, you can find my 12-week workout program in the description box below. As always, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. If you have any video suggestions or workouts or lifestyle, any type of videos you are wanting to see more of on this channel, comment those down below as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.